Guys, good morning, and you are welcome to the class. Today's lesson is going to be neutralization and pH. All right. Your usual presenter is myself. All right. So, but the broad topic is about acid, bases, and pH. Okay. So, but the subtopic is going to be what? Neutralization and pH. All right. So our lesson objectives are by the end of this lesson, you should be able to describe the neutralization reaction, explain that when a base is added to an acid, the pH increases, and explain that when an acid is added to a base, the pH decreases. Explain that after an acid base reaction, the resultant pH will vary according to the strength of the acid and base. We should be able to list water and a salt as the products of a neutralization reaction. All right. Now, just a simple introduction. What is a neutral substance? So you remember we have an acid, we have a base, we have a neutral substance. Okay, so when you hear what is a neutral substance, it's a substance that is neither an acid nor a base, or simply said, a substance with a pH value of what? 7. If you look at them from the pH scale. All right, now neutralization and pH. We are looking at neutralization reaction. So a neutralization reaction involves an acid and a base. And remember, a base can also be called alkali. Alkali simply means bases that are what? Soluble. When a base is added to an acid, the pH increases. When an acid is added to a base, the pH decreases. In order to form a neutral solution, the correct quantity and strength of an acid and base must be mixed together. The products of a neutralization reaction are a salt and water. Sodium hydroxide is a base. The pH of sodium hydroxide is about 11. All right. Now let's look at further in neutralization reaction. In a neutralization reaction, an acid and a base are the reactants. In a neutralization reaction, a salt and water are the products. So you must take note, the reactants and then the products, elements making up those things. If we add a base to an acid, the pH of the resulting solution will increase. The original solution will become more neutral. If we add a base to an acid, the pH of the resulting solution will increase. The original solution become more neutral. If we add an acid to a base, the pH of the resulting solution will decrease. That means the original solution will become more neutral. All right, now so let's look at this equation. HCl is an acid reacting with sodium hydroxide, which is a base, giving us what? NaCl, which is a salt, and then H2O, which is water. That is basically the neutralization reaction. So, in another way, we can say a neutralization reaction is a reaction involving an acid and a base to produce salt and water only. So, when we are looking at the elements of the reactants and the products, we have got HCl and NaOH as reactants, and we have got NaCl plus H2O as what product. Okay, so this is basically an illustration for what neutralization reaction. Be it at this your level grade 10, grade 11, grade 12, and even further, even though we have got other kinds of reactions. All right, now let's proceed. Guys, I hope you are hearing me. Okay, all right, let's proceed. Okay, let's look at neutralization and then what? pH. Here we are going to look at interpretation of what? Graphs. So here we are looking at what? The pH versus what? Amount of sodium hydroxide. So you see the pH is starting from 1 up until what? 13. So we have the key, the amount of sodium hydroxide, and graph showing neutralization and pH. Okay. Now, which line, E or F, represent a strong acid? Okay. Now, which line, E or F, represent a strong base? So when you look at it, on the top we have E, and then we have got F. So if you look at from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as you move from 1 to 6, acidity decreases. But if you are moving from 6 to 1, acidity increases. So from 1 up until 6, acidity decreases. And when you get to 7, then it is neutral. Then when you start from 7 up until 13 or even 14, you have basicity or alkalinity increasing. But if you're moving from 13 to 14, then basicity or alkalinity decreases. Okay, I hope I've given you a fair brief about the graph. Now the question says the graph shows what happens to the pH of a substance when sodium hydroxide is added. Note the pH decreases from the bottom to the top of the y-axis, as you can see. So 13, you go into up to 7 and up to 1. Note that the amount of sodium hydroxide increases from left to right. Increases from left to right. That is the horizontal. All right. Now the question was in under the tax, which line, E or F, represent a strong acid? So is E. If you look at the top, it represents an F represent what? A strong base. All right. So in between. So for example, if somebody should say, is D, what is D representing? D is a base. C, the dotted line there, the dotted spot, which is D, is a base, strong base. Then when we go to C, C is almost at 7. That is neutral. So we have A. A is a strong acid. Then B is also a strong acid, but A is more stronger than B. So what happens is that we're in relation to these numbers. The smaller the number, the higher the pH. And the bigger the number, the lesser the pH. Or we can say that if the pH is 1, it's more acidic. So a pH of 1 and a pH of 3. So if we look at A is 1, B is 3. So it means A is more acidic than B. That's the interpretation here. So when we come, if we look at 9 and then 12, 12 is more basic and then 9. All right. If you have a question regarding the graph, you can please post it, or if you need more explanation, just let me know. All right. Now let's go on. I have some few questions here. All right. Before we go to the assignment, I want to ask a question, which is if a pH is 0.1 and a pH of 5, which one is more acidic? A pH of 0.1 and a pH of 5, which one is more acidic and why? And why? So yes, it's true. Why? Very good. Fantastic. All right. All right. And another answer, between uh, 8.5 and 12, which one is more basic and why? And why? Between 8.5 and 12, which one is more basic? Onka, you said 12, that's correct, but why? All right. Okay. So let's go on to, let's continue with our slide. But guys, do you have any question? You can ask before we continue to the next slide. All right. Then let's proceed to the next is an assessment. So basically I'll need to assess you to see whether we are fine. All right. So we have got distance here. All right. What is the color of the universal indicator when a substance is neutral? What are the reactants in a neutralization reaction? What is the name of the measure of whether a substance is an acid or a base? What is the name of the laboratory acid with the formula H2SO4? All right, keep your answers coming. Yeah, Amara, you're correct. Onka, number two, check your answer. Number two, Onka. It says, what are the reactants in a neutralization reaction? Yeah, perfect. All right. Some of you, you are not sending in your, I'm not getting your answers. Amra, you are blowing the thing. Question 3. Yes. It says, what is the name of the measure of whether a substance is an acid or a base? Perfect. All right, keep them coming. Tandongobane, yes. This is, yes, I like the way you, yeah, the way you arrange your answers, that's good. So for perfect, so I'm going to score you. You have got 8 out of 8. Very excellent. Yeah, keep it up. Guys, I want the way Tando is doing is has answered number one the answer, number two the answer, number three the answer, number four, and like that in that order. That's what I wanted you to. Okay, guys, shall we continue? Okay, all right. We should continue. All right. Okay, that's great. James, James, I didn't get your answer. I didn't see your answers. You know what? I didn't see your answers. Or you are just joining us. All right. And then you know what? Are you just joining us? Okay. All right. So let's go to the next. All right. Now you have got this question. Question 5. Question 5 says, fill in the missing words in these sentences. Write the word on the lines. Okay. Yeah. So supposing this was in a normal classroom in which you were going to write. Yeah, but you can equally do so. But now, so what I want you to do, you write A, just like the way Tando did with the answer. You write A, your answer, B, your answer, C, your answer, D, your answer, like that. So fill in the missing words in these sentences. Write the word on the list, on the line below. So to know if something is an acid or a base, we measure its what? You put your answer. The formula of a laboratory acid named hydrochloric acid is, you put in your answer. When a metal oxide reacts with an acid, react with something, a salt and water will be formed. So something is missing there. When a metal hydroxide reacts with an acid, a salt and something will be formed, is missing there. When a metal carbonate reacts with an acid, a salt, water, and something will be formed is missing there. Metal oxides, metal hydroxide, and metal carbonates all dissolve in water, forming something is missing the solution. This means that the solution will have a pH values dash something is missing there. The reaction of an acid with a base is called a what reaction? Yeah, something is also missing there. Non-metal oxide tend to form solutions dash when they dissolve in water. Yeah, so that is another question. So you may continue, but if you have any question regarding this one, you can ask. Guys, are you winning? Are you winning, guys? Are you winning, guys? Talk to me, you. Not really. You know what is the problem? You know what? Talk to me. You said no, you are not winning, but I guess you are the only one. Okay. All right. Onka. Okay, I will read that for you. Question 1 says, question 5a, to know if something is an acid or a base, we measure its what? So, so you put your answer there. All right. So I will repeat it again. And each question, I'm going to read it twice so that you will be able to answer because I understand your problem. So number 5a, to know if something is an acid or a base, we measure is, okay. I go to question 5b. The formula of the laboratory acid named hydrochloric acid is the formula of the laboratory acid named hydrochloric acid is okay. I know Onka you are following. C. When a metal oxide reacts with dash, something is missing there. A salt and water will be formed. So you just write only what is missing. Okay. Uh, B is saying the formula of the laboratory acid named hydrochloric acid is Onka. So let's go to C. When a metal oxide reacts with dash, a salt and water will be formed. What is missing there? You write. Okay. Onka, can I proceed to D? D says when a metal hydroxide reacts with an acid, a salt and dash will be formed. So something is missing there. I repeat again. When a metal hydroxide reacts with an acid, a dash, a salt and dash will be formed. Okay. So what is that? What is the missing word there? So let's go to E. When a metal carbonate reacts with an acid, a salt, water, and dash will be formed. When a metal carbonate reacts with an acid, a salt, water, and dash will be formed. E. Okay, let's go to F. When a metal carbonate reacts with an acid, a salt, water, and dash will be formed. Okay. Yeah, Ken, the way you answered, yeah, that's nice. I like that format. Yeah, so just keep your fingers across. We will do let's go to F. Metal oxides, metal hydroxides, and metal carbonates all dissolve in water, forming dash solution. This means that the solution will have pH values dash than 7. So you take note. All right. So I'm continuing again. The reaction of an acid. Okay. All right. Sorry. Then let me say it again for you know. Is it question 5F? I repeat. Metal oxides, metal hydroxides, and metal carbonates all dissolve in water, forming dash solution. This means the solution will have pH values dash than 7. Okay. All right. Let's go to G, 5G. The reaction of an acid with a base is called a dash reaction. The reaction of an acid with a base is called a dash reaction. H, non-metal oxides tend to form solutions dash when they dissolve in water. What is that? Non-metal oxides tend to form solutions when they dissolve in water. Okay, that's great. So guys, are you ready to see your answers? But I can see that most of you are correct except one or two. Except one or two. All right. Okay. So Onka, are you you know what? Are you fine now? Or I should read for you? Get back to me because I want to go to the next slide. I hope you are done. All right. I guess you are done because you are quiet. Okay. Uh, all right. I'm going to the next. Okay. So these are our answers. So you can check. One is green, two acid and base, pH, sulfuric acid. We have pH, we have HCl, we have acid, we have water, we have carbon dioxide. I can see that some of you didn't get carbon dioxide. We get, yes, basic solution and greater than. Some of you wrote more. Yeah, it's fine. All right. The reaction of an acid with a base is called what? A neutralization reaction. And when nonmetals oxides tend to form solutions acidic when they dissolve in water, tend to form acidic solutions when they what? Dissolve in water. Okay, so who got total? Who got total? Yes, guys, who got total? Yeah, Tando. All right, Amra. You know what? You got total. That's correct. That's 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 people out of 11 who got total. Who are those who got total? Yes, where are they? Those who got total, where are they? So far, I've got 3. So the first one is 8, and then this one is 9. So in total, it's going to be what? It's going to be 17. Question 1 up to 4, it was 8. So question 5 is 9 marks. So when we put everything together, it's going to be 17 marks. Okay. So who got both question 1 up until 4 and question 5 right? Who got that? Okay, Tando, perfect. All right, Uncle, that is not a problem. You will improve next time. And those of you who got, you have all done very well, excellently well. Excellent. Whether you got one wrong or two wrong, you have all done well. That is more than 80% or 90% performance. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you have also done well because you said your phone is giving you a challenge, but you managed to get a 16 out of 17. That is perfect. Also, James, yeah, well done, well done. No problem. King, that's fantastic. Yeah, you guys keep it up. You have got a great future ahead of you. All right. So do you have any question or we should move to the next slide? All right, you are welcome. I said, do you guys have any question or we should move to the next class? Next slide. Any question? Okay. All right. Okay. So we are looking at the summary of the lesson. So what we need to know is that an acid will react with a metal to form what? A salt and then hydrogen gas. Then the general word equation for the reaction between an acid and a metal is as follows. So that is the word equation. So you have an acid plus metal giving us what? Salt and hydrogen. So we have been looking at what? Acid bases and pH. Okay, so there is a pH which measures how acidic and basic a substance is. Yes, on the pH, it ranges from what? 1 to 7 to 14. So it ranges from 1 up until what? 14. So 1 is very strong. 1 up to 7 describe acids, 7 describe neutral substances, 7 to 14 describes bases, and acids, bases, and neutral can be determined by what? The indicator. And then we have got what? Different kinds of indicators. We have got litmus paper, we have got red cabbage water, we have got universal indicator. And remember, the universal indicator has full color range in acids, bases, and neutral. So acids range from red, orange, yellow. Neutrals are green, and bases are blue or purple. And then when we have a substance having a pH of 14, then is what? A strong base. All right. So guys, this is the summary of the lesson. I now again open up for more questions or any comments to ask. Otherwise, our lesson will come to an end. Hello, guys. Do you have any question?